Yo, what is going on guys? It's BDLegend. Thank you so much for stopping by the video, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down the brand new 1.36 patch notes, the season 3 patch notes in just under 7 minutes, so you guys can watch this and go ahead and get back into your day, get back into playing, get back into whatever you're doing. I just want to say guys, the recent support on the videos has been absolutely tremendous. I appreciate every one of you who are watching my videos. You guys are the best. Don't believe anything otherwise. Last video we had a like goal of 30 likes and I think we hit like 90 or 100. So why don't we go ahead and put 60 likes for the like goal on this video guys. If we could reach that, I'd be really happy. And thank you so much guys for everything, for all the support, and let's get into it. To start off guys, we have the Warzone Season 3 update sizes, and they are about 25 gigabytes for every platform. You can see them on the screen right now. For the events, we have the Hunt for Adler, which is basically a bunch of challenges that you can complete starting on April 22nd, and if you complete these challenges, you're going to get a specific skin for the Operator Adler. Then we have the breakdown of the battle pass guys. Basically what we have is at tier 0 you're going to have Wraith, at tier 15 and at tier 31 you're going to be unlocking brand new weapons. 15 we have the PPSH, and 31 we have the brand new Swiss K31 sniper rifle. At tiers 21, 27, 55, 95, and at tiers 100 you are going to be unlocking some brand new weapon blueprints, and some of them actually look pretty sick. And also at tier 100 you're going to be getting a skin for the Wraith Operator. Now for the map, they haven't given any details yet, which is kind of expected because obviously we're going through the event and they're going to be releasing that as the event happens. Now NVIDIA DLSS is now available on PC. Basically what this does is it allows you to boost the amount of frames that you get. Now for us console players this really doesn't mean much for us, but as far as I know, to have DLSS for PC is a big deal. I know a lot of people have been talking about it and have been waiting for it, so apparently it's going to be a really good change, and I'm glad that a lot of people get frames. End of the game open mic has been disabled. That kind of stinks. Player rank will not be displayed correctly. That's also a really nice change. Now this is a big change right here for gameplay. The only loot that's going to be available is the Cold War loot. That means that no Modern Warfare loot will be able to be found on the ground. I'm not really sure why they made this change, but it might just be to promote a lot of the Cold War weapons. It also says that sticking a player with a Semtex will now always down them. That means Semtexes are getting a super buff, because as long as you get a guy with a Semtex, you're going to down them, and I think we're going to be seeing more players be carrying Semtexes around. You also now have the ability to have a mono or stereo sound for your audio. This is just something if you want to check out your audio. I'm sure some people will check out which settings are the best. I'll have them posted if you guys want to see that. There were a bunch of bug fixes that were there. You guys can see them on the screen right now. I'm not going to spend too much time on the bug fixes because you just really have to read through these, but yeah, hopefully there are more bug fixes than our new introduced bugs. For the weapons section, we have obviously the PPSH and the Swiss K31. So here comes the juicy stuff. The AK-47 has gotten a buff with reduced recoil, so we're going to be seeing more of the AK-47 possibly. The FFAR 83 basically got its minimum damage increase and its maximum damage decreased, which means the FFAR 83 is only going to be a weapon that is only going to be used at mid-range. Now the FFAR has also got a huge nerf, so expect this to be seen a lot less. It's gotten a damage nerf, a damage range nerf, and also a multiplier nerf, as well as an ADS speed nerf, so don't expect the FFAR to be as good as it once was, and that's what they're saying with this paragraph here as well. The Groza has also experienced a little bit of a nerf and a little bit of a buff with the ADS speed, but I would say this is an overall nerf because you have your damage multiplier that is being reduced. Now they're saying this is a precaution because maybe with the FFAR out of the question, the Groza is going to become really strong, so we'll have to see how that goes, but Groza is also nerfed. Now let's get to the buffs. The Krig 6 got a buff in almost every department here. It's getting damage multipliers all over the place, and the Krig 6 also has really nice handling, so this could actually prove to be a new Krig 6 meta perhaps. The QBZ has also gotten a bunch of buffs with increased multipliers and also increased movement speed. Now for the SMGs, the bullet velocity was increased, probably just to make the LC10 a bit stronger. I still don't think it's viable at all. Then we have the MAC-10 where the max damage was decreased by 1. This kind of makes sense as well. The MAC-10 was super powerful up close, and as they say, they want to promote diversity in the weapons that are used. Now the sniper rifles, the Pellington actually got a buff. Now I really don't know, I don't think the Pellington was considerably weak in any case, but now with this buff, the Pellington might be comparable to the Kar 98 or even better than the Kar 98. Now for the AUG, we also get a huge nerf. The time between bursts is increased by 33%, so that's going to absolutely stink because players are now going to be able to get away faster, and the neck damage has been decreased a lot, so I really don't think the AUG is going to be pretty much viable at all anymore. The M16 also, the time between bursts has increased by 10%, so a lot less of a nerf, and the neck damage multiplier has decreased by a lot more though, so both the AUG and the M16, I don't think they'll be really good guns anymore. We're basically going to be seeing a diversity of metas approach, but keep an eye out for the Krig 6. I think the Krig 6 is going to be really good. Now attachments have also received a buff. We have the flashguard and the SOCOM basically acting as a suppressor now, so the enemies will not be able to see you when you fire with those weapons. Now on top of this we have the M16 and the AUG. All of their attachments were also nerfed, so I don't really know I don't think these guns are going to be really useful at all anymore. It's really hard to tell at this point, but the Sykov pistols also received another damage nerf, which kind of makes sense because I think people are still using the gun. We have some of the lasers with their ADS and visibility on the hipfire being adjusted. Now on the salvo mags, it looks like we're going to have decreased ADS speed penalty, so it looks like these mags might start to get used a little bit more because their ADS speed penalty was really the reason that people weren't using them. The speed mag also doesn't reduce ADS speed as much anymore, and I think this is going to be particularly useful for the snipers. And now we have some optics that are buffed. All these ADS speed reductions were actually removed by 10%, 20%, and 20%. And for the rear grips, the rear grips have actually gotten a complete nerf here, where they're not going to increase the ADS speed as much anymore. And this is probably because they don't want the ADS speed to become too much with all of the optic changes that they're having right here. Now operators, obviously we know that they've nerfed the ROZE skin, so thankfully we can be able to see the ROZE skin now. They've added Wraith, they've added Knight, they've added Antonov, and also, you know, Captain Price if you do get Captain Price. These prestige rewards are basically the same as the previous season as well, so this is the end of the patch notes. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown of the patch notes, and I hope I have gone through it quickly enough for all of you. Basically a summary of these patch notes. I would say that a lot of weapons have gotten a buff. Basically, they're trying to balance all the weapons, right? So they gave the Krig a buff, they gave every meta weapon a reduction, they made the FFAR 83 a mid-range gun, and they gave, you know, the Pellington a buff. So what do I expect to come out of this update? I think the Pellington is going to see a lot more usage because I don't think it was bad in the first place, but then now they gave it an additional buff. So the Pellington is going to be used a lot more by the snipers, and I think the Krig 6 might actually get a lot of usage. I might even try it myself. And that is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and all the recent support. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.